Dead Island 2 releases tomorrow. And if you're curious, Techland, who makes Dying Light 2, they originally made the first Dying Light, but they ditched the franchise. So right now they're really trying to bury Dead Island 2 by making this game even better. Link down below as always if you want to read this on your own. Combat improvements including brutality and physicality. As the name of the update suggests, in this patch we focused on the physical combat and the brutality that revolves around it. Top up your slay game and brutalize both infected and human-type enemies. Cut demolishers and everything else literally in half. More dismemberment. Every limb can be cut in 3 places. New visualizations of damage done to enemies, visible bones, ribs, eyeballs, etc. Just like the flesh system from Dying Light 2. Or Dying Island, or Dead Island. Dying Island. Hey, that's my new zombie game. Visual effects adjustments for blood and guts. Players can rip out a chunk of flesh and leave a hole in the enemy's body. Spill the beans takes on a literal meaning with the possibility of ripping the guts from your foe. New hit detection code for improved enemy reactions to being hit with a weapon. More smashed head variants. Domino ragdoll introduced where enemies can fall on each other with a proper reaction to the force and weight that pushes them. More ragdoll improvements for immersion and emergent gameplay. I don't know what emergent... Oh, okay. Added an ability to dismember enemies through collisions with environment objects. Support for biters, seamlessly falling through high ground, including rooftops. Enemies can pass burning and electrocuted effects to each other. Added a new hit reaction and improved some of the existing ones. Gear transmog. We know how important it is to maintain the best stats in the game and look good while you do it in a first-person game. That said, we have introduced a gear transmog feature that'll help you slay your enemies in style. You can now modify the visuals of most of your gear pieces by using a new slot called Appearance. Makes sense for a game like, Assassin's Creed. I mean, you see your hands, I suppose. Weapon crafting. To slay enemies with style, you need the proper weapon, and we understand how durability makes you cycle through your arsenal and how hard it is to loot good weapons. But with weapon crafting, we offer you full control over your loadout. Crafting will happen with Craftmasters. Hooray! You'll need to obtain weapon blueprints by exploring the city or claiming them as a reward. That's cool. Then you can find your claimed blueprint at the Craftmaster shop. Important blueprints are upgradable. The higher the blueprint level, the better the weapon quality you'll get. A blueprint's level dictates damage, durability, modification slots, and the number of affixes. Affixes are additional stats like increased damage against humans plus 20%, are randomized when a weapon is created, so good luck, pilgrims. Crafting, as always, requires resources. Pilgrim Outpost Introduction. Pilgrim Outpost is here. A new hub for all Dying Light fans is open with some new long-demanded features. Visit pilgrimoutpost.com, where the one and only Spike is already waiting for you. Activate bounties and complete them in the game to receive the new Pilgrim Reputation points. These points advance you through Pilgrim Reputation ranks, and with each rank, you get Pilgrim tokens. You could spend them in the armory, where you can buy new unique weapons and outfits from a Pilgrim Outpost merchant. We regularly update the items on offer with Pilgrim tokens. You can also buy an Outpost drop, where you can get random crafting materials and weapons. If you're lucky, you can get one of 5 completely new Pilgrim weapons that are exclusive to the Pilgrim Outpost. The more bounties you complete, the better the gear you can get. Every week, you get 6 unique bounties to complete. If you finish them all, you'll get additional rep points. In-game bounties. For those thirsty for new challenges, we have new daily and weekly bounties. Bounties are introduced after the prologue and are divided into the following category. Daily, 1 simple bounty per day. Weekly, 1 challenging bounty to be completed within a week. Finishing daily and weekly bounties will grant you in-game rewards like experience points or legend points if you're already playing legend levels. For every 5 either daily or weekly bounties completed, you'll receive an additional reward bounty bonus box that has the possibility to drop exceptional weapons and other equipment. Highlights: this update brings a number of major changes that will impact gameplay. So let's take a look at some of the highlights in this update. teleporting to other players in co-op. Players in co-op can gather teammates during common interactions, for example, to talk with an NPC or go to sleep. Ability to dismantle weapons to receive crafting resources. Two-handed weapons receive some love with the ability to add mods to them. Possibility to switch on and off in-game event participation, rebalance of the number of howlers during the night. So did they lower or increase? Players can knock over enemies by sliding into them, more special infected encounters during the day. On top of that, we'll be releasing a variety of skin bundles in the upcoming weeks. With those, you'll look outstanding in the city. Game update. Apart from all the big news from the gut feeling update above, we've also introduced the following changes to the game. Co-op. Improved stability related to the host game crashing when another user attempts to connect. Aiden's head animation is now displayed properly when turning around while hanging from a pole or a pipe. Fix the game crash for the host or peers upon finishing the Carrier 3 side quest, or an issue where the host could encounter a black screen during dialogue. In-game music no longer stops playing when the player is downed in the Bloody Ties challenge. Functionality of mines is fixed. Adjusted the respawn button prompt to be more intuitive for players. Players are now able to see the distance to teammates when downed in co-op sessions. Players will no longer see multiple icons when joining a co-op session. Players in co-op are less likely to spawn in the model of an NPC after dialogue or cutscene. Notifications about inability to join co-op sessions have been improved to reflect a more accurate information to the player. Gameplay. Huge groups of tyrants and volatiles will no longer be spotted in the open world. Oh, that was kind of fun. Fixed an issue where players couldn't complete achievements. Players can no longer perform a knife takedown and instantly kill infected with a higher level than Aiden. Fixed a bug where biters would grab Aiden one after another. It's easier to aim for the head with a baseball bat. Adjusted stamina consumption for higher tier weapons. Players will be able to escape from a volatile if QTE hold mode is enabled. The attack animation on some weapons is now faster, making all attacks have the exact timing. A proper light is present in multiple places between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. and during specific weather conditions. Fixed an issue where Hakan would become unresponsive, show improper behavior, or not follow the correct path in various quests. Well, that's because he got bit. He was a freak. I'm just kidding. Fixed an issue with loot missing from the sunken airdrop. I took it. Plus, that doesn't even have respawnable items anymore. Human enemies no longer die instantly after removing their masks. Improved spitters' damaging actions. Added missing textures on the city map. Fixed an issue where craft plans were missing, resulting in blocking game progress. There will be a proper time change when the player dies during get to the safe zone objective. Fixed multiple issues related to Aiden being respawned incorrectly. The correct animation is played when the ground pound skill is used. Aiden's model will no longer lose collision upon jumping through certain points of the artist workshop, trading post, or rooftop school. Players will no longer be moved under the map when changing to any of the legendary level outfits. Instant escape stabbing audio fixed, as well as an issue where play from chapter was not available under certain circumstances. Players can no longer see what's under the map during the X-13 quest. Damn it. Players can no longer obtain an unlimited amount of spears during the last fight with the Bloody Ties DLC. Improved sound for the taunt animation done by the Renegades. Shadows related to players' movement will be rendered correctly. No more waltzing around. After the game is completed, he'll no longer spawn randomly. That was funny. Dynamic competitions won't trigger near hubs as often. Blocked revealing discoverables. Undetectable zones during dynamic competitions. Technical improvements to memory usage and performances in longer play sessions. Updated XESS to 1.1 XES. The hell is this? I don't even know what that means. Improved foliage lighting. I understand that. As well as dissolved dithering to better simulate transparency, as well as water reflections, turbidity and refraction, shadows with ray tracing enabled, specular reflections on chemicals, volumetric shadows, all been improved. Memory usage optimization, fixed mesh flickering on some models. What about my erratic eye blinking? Fixes an issue where the game crashed when photo mode was spammed during the windmill or antenna panel animations. Fixed left-hand grip animation. UI. Fixed missing text from the stash, respawn, bounty, fast travel menu, inventory, crafting, and collectibles menu. Fixed text translations when starting parkour challenges before acquiring the paraglider. The health bar is now visible during the grab animation. Stamina bar depletes as usual upon Aiden's death and respawning. My stamina is depleting. Read all these patch notes. Fixed minor typos and translation errors. Dying Light 2 gut feeling blah blah. Yeah, okay. No one cares. I probably could have just read this and we would have been done with it. That's it. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and making me a little bit more relevant in the search results when people are looking shit up. This is a lot more than just a happy, good feel moment that I see. Yay, 5 people liked my video. I don't care about that. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. And as always, we'll bend it in half. We will twist it. Well, we're not doing anything. I'm twisting it. We'll break it off inside of your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be fantastic now, wouldn't it? But if not, I get it. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.